Psalm 24, a psalm of David. The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world and those who dwell therein. For he has founded it upon the seas and established it upon the rivers. Who shall ascend the hill of the Lord? And who shall stand in his holy place? He who has clean hands and a pure heart, who does not lift up his soul to what is false and does not swear deceitfully. He will receive blessing from the Lord and righteousness from the God of his salvation. Such is the generation of those who seek him, who seek the face of the God of Jacob. Selah. Lift up your heads, O gates, and be lifted up, O ancient doors, that the King of glory may come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord, strong and mighty, the Lord, mighty in battle. Lift up your heads, O gates, and lift them up, O ancient doors, that the King of glory may come in. Who is this King of glory? The Lord of hosts. He is the King of glory. Selah. This psalm would have been sung in antiphonal response, back and forth as worshipers ascend to the temple to worship. And in this context, while I'm recording these videos, I think it's only appropriate that we give this psalm the coronavirus psalm of the year, because it says, who can ascend the hill of the Lord? He who has clean hands. And I don't know how many times I've washed my hands, but it's hundreds in the last week alone. But in all seriousness, this psalm talks about the cleanness and the purity of heart that can only be found in our Savior. None of us have the purity of heart required. And that's why in verse 5, he says, the one that receives righteousness from God, the God of his salvation. The reality is we all need that exchange, that great exchange that took place at Calvary. We need the righteousness of Christ so that we can worship God in spirit and in truth, and so that we can ascend the hill of the Lord and dwell in his holy place. This psalm begins with one of the great declarations of God's sovereignty over creation. The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof. Everyone who dwells and everything that dwells on earth belongs to God. I think of a New City Catechism that I do with our son, and it says, what is our only hope in life and death? And the answer is that we belong body and soul, both in life and death, to God and to our Savior, Jesus Christ. So let's sing together, all creatures of our God and King. All creatures of our God and King, lift up your voice and with us sing. Alleluia, alleluia. Thou burning sun with golden beam, thou silver moon with softer gleam. Oh, praise him, oh, praise him. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. Thou rushing wind that art so strong, ye clouds that sail in heaven along. Oh, praise him, alleluia. Thou rising morn in praise rejoice, ye lights of evening find a voice. Oh, praise him, oh, praise him. Alleluia, alleluia, alleluia. Let all things their Creator bless, and worship him in humbleness.